So this is the video portion of my SPL. And the question that I decided to go with is describe and define cloud computing and then provide a real-world example, which I will do so in the following video. So what cloud computing is that it's the practice of using a network of remote services hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data, rather than a local server or a personal computer. So what this is that it's a general term for using companies such as Google or Amazon that are within the internet, and you use them to store data, documents, and so on and so forth, rather than your own personal hard drive on your computer. And then the users, as I said before, can access it via the internet, and they have access to it wherever they have internet, and they can store multiple things through these companies. And the companies that provide these services can be private, public, or hybrid. So this is a visual representation of cloud computing. The cloud is typically a metaphor. It's just all this information can be stored in this kind of intangible area such as the cloud or just via the internet. And as you can see, all the computers link up and they are connected to this cloud, and you can access it from each one as long as you have internet, and you can see that through this picture. And so a real-world example I'm going to provide for you today is actually based off of me. I am a University of Pacific student, and even though it would be ideal to constantly have access to my files on my own hard drive, sometimes it's just a little inconvenient. So as a student, I actually use Google, which is one of the companies who provide services such as this, and I use Google Drive. Google Drive basically allows me to store documents, pictures, data, anything I need, and I can access it wherever as long as I have internet in my account. So as you can see here, I have some old packs, an old packs folder where all my old essays are stored. I have extracurricular folders that have important documents such as contracts and so on, and I basically have folders and stuff for my classes and all my extracurriculars. And as you can see here, I can access any of these as long as I have the internet. So this was a study guide that I used last year in Comp 25. And as you can see, I can create more documents, or I can also share it with other individuals who have access to Google and Google Drive. And a lot of my data is stored here, and it just makes accessing my data and my files a lot more convenient, especially since I can't always bring my laptop everywhere and I won't always have access to my laptop. This is just a more convenient way for me. And also, there's also Google Mail. There's a lot of Google services that allow you to store data and allow you to use this concept of cloud computing. Alright. So this is the end of my SPL. I hope you enjoyed it and that you were enriched in the knowledge of learning more about cloud computing.